Good afternoon, everyone. I'm not sure whether it's fall or summer or spring. It feels like the morning was very fall, and now by this point in the day, it feels very summer. So, such is life here in New England this time of year, but it is a gift and a blessing. Welcome. Thank you for being here today. This is part of an effort and an idea on our part as Bethany Church to invite artists in here and to celebrate and use this space with its beautiful acoustics to showcase artists and to make it a place where people can gather. And so today, in this moment, in just a few minutes, Bobby Joe Valentine will be here with us. And if you're interested, if you haven't already maybe put it in your calendar, just next Saturday, we're going to have another concert here. Saturday evening, we're having a concert, an organ concert by world-renowned organist Leonardo Ciampa. And so that'll be here at 7 o'clock next Saturday evening. So another chance to come and hear some more wonderful music, a little different music, but that's part of what we celebrate is the diversity of music and musical styles and traditions that we have. And we look forward to doing other things as we get into the winter as well and spring. So just a reminder, Bobby Joseph is going to sing through his whole concert, so there's no intermission. However, if you're not familiar, if there's a biology need, that's through those doors and around the corner. A reminder about technology, please make sure to silence your cell phones. And with those two things offered, it's just been great to talk about Bobby Joe coming up here. He comes through New England every so often. We were talking earlier as he was setting up, and many of his venues are churches. And that's part of his story and his faith and having a place that's welcoming and loving and accepting. And his music, if you haven't had a chance to hear it and look it up, it's going to be wonderful. So without further ado, the stage is yours.
Rooster crows at dawn, hibernate instead. Deer eyes on the headlights up ahead. Mingle with the herd, circle round the sun. Hope that all the groundhog days are done. What to do when all the reasons have worn thin? After all, we're only human animals with fur and souls and skin. Well, keep your fox eyes focused on the beauty underneath, and keep your whale heart open. That is all you really need to love life, to love life. Teeth and sweat and blood and tears, tell me what it's worth. Temporary paw prints on this earth. Well, what's the reason not to stay inside the shell? After all, we're only human animals with limbs and souls and cells. Well, just keep your fox eyes focused on the beauty underneath, and keep your whale heart open. That is all you really need to love life. To love life. To love life. When they don't love you anymore. When your own story is the only left worth fighting for. When no one's opening the doors. When the wolf comes out at night and there's no one left inside. Are we gonna be alright? Well, keep your fox eyes focused. There is beauty underneath. And keep your whale heart open. That is all you really need to love life. To love life. To love life. Thank you. All right. Well, good afternoon, everybody. My name's Bobby, and I think all of you are seeing me for the very first time. So thanks for coming and taking a risk on someone you've never heard of before in your life. It's an honor to be here. And since most of you are seeing me for the first time, I feel like I should answer a question that might be on some of y'all's minds. And the answer to that question is, yes, my real name is Bobby Joe Valentine. I didn't just make it up so I could have a catchy name to write music with and stuff. But I was adopted 2 days after I was born. And so my birth mother, she wanted to name me, I guess, after her best friend, which was Bobby Joe, and her last name was Valentine. And my adopted parents took the spirit of that wish, and they upgraded Bobby Joe to Robert Joseph. So Robert Joseph and their last name, Parker, became my name 2 days into my existence. But Robert Parker is already a famous mystery author, and he's also a famous wine taster, apparently. So in the world of Google, I was about 20,000 search results behind if I went with Robert Parker. So I had to come up with something else, and it was really cool to have this name that I'd been given before anything else. That was Bobby Joe Valentine, and so I decided to go with that. I resisted it for a little while, though, because I thought it was a little too country-sounding, Bobby Joe. And I always like saying that before I sing my most country-sounding song, just for the irony. And that's this next one here, and this is a little love song called Between Those Lines. There's a fire that has burned beneath my surface. There's a fire that's been burning on my mind. And its smoke signals a song that your love is almost gone. And you don't have much to say between those lines. So I stirred up all the embers that were dying. And the sparks that flew continue still to shine. And their glow spells out a song that my love for you is strong. And I don't have much to say between those lines. And I will walk with you till I can go no further, or until your hand removes itself from mine. And I will not go away if we see some darker days. And I don't have much to say between those lines. Can't you hear like a banjo solo in there? It's such a country song. It's a world of dark and dread and fear of dying. It's amazing here that any sun could shine. So I won't give up our light if you walk into the night. and I don't have much to say between those lines. And I will walk with you till I can go no further, or until your hand removes itself from mine. And I will not go away if we see some darker days, and I don't have much to say between those lines. Silver and gold won't buy me away from you, and nothing could steal away my time. From our story's bright beginning until one of us is through, I will walk you every step between those lines. And I will stay with you till I can stay no further, or until your heart removes itself from mine. And I will breathe in every breath that our golden love has left, and I don't have much to say between those lines. And I will walk with you till I can go no further, or until your hand removes itself from mine. And I will not go away if we see some darker days, and I don't have much to say between those lines. No, I don't have much to say between those lines. No, I don't have much to say between those lines. All right, well, it's wonderful to be here in this beautiful space, and like Chris said, I do get to play a lot of wonderful churches all over the country, and it's really meaningful to get to walk into a space like this that's truly trying to be accepting of everybody and making sure everyone knows they're welcome here. And it's especially wonderful for me because I grew up in a different sort of church, y'all. I grew up independent fundamental Baptist. And if any of you know what that's like, for me, the best way I could describe it is it's kind of like Westboro Baptist Church light. Okay, so like we didn't hold up signs on street corners telling everyone they were going to burn in hell forever or anything. We just believed it quietly in our hearts. And that's just as bad, when you have a whole worldview based on you guys we're the in crowd because we believe a certain way, and anyone that believes anything even slightly different is on the outside. There's all sorts of problems, but for me, when I was growing up, it made me really anxious because no matter how many times I prayed the prayers they wanted me to pray and did the stuff they wanted me to do, I never really knew. I always felt like maybe I was an imposter in this world and that I belonged on the outside instead of the inside. And little did I know that I did belong somewhere else, and I'm really grateful that I found my way out into a larger world and a wider welcome and a more expansive faith. But it took me a little while to get there, and to try to figure it out, I started writing songs. And so this is one of the first songs I ever wrote, the one I'm going to sing y'all right now. And this one is the first song that was like a doorway into the possibility of something better. Realizing I didn't belong where I was and to start looking for a place where I did. And so this song is for anyone that's ever felt like they haven't yet found a place to belong. Well, I have watched thousands of sunsets and seen the moon dissolve and resurrect, and I have slept in hundreds of bedrooms but never once woke up at home. Oh, but I believe that there is a place where my heart can breathe, a place where I can be happy. And so I keep searching for that land wherever I go, but I haven't found it yet. And I'm trying hard to forget that all I've got are broken guitar strings to help me sing my broken songs. And even though I feel I've seen everything, I still haven't found a place to belong. No, I still haven't found a place to belong. walked through forests and canyons, and I have prayed at hundreds of altars and raised my hands at crystal cathedrals, but never once heard God speak. Oh, but I believe that there is a hand that is holding me as I walk this land, and it's guiding me, and it understands, and it carries me when I am weak. But all I've got are broken guitar strings to help me sing my broken songs. And even though I feel I've seen everything, I still haven't found a place to belong. No, I still haven't found a place to belong. And there might be something wrong with me. Maybe there's something wrong. 'Cause even though I feel I've seen everything, I still haven't found a place to belong. 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 Oh, all I've got are broken guitar strings to help me sing my broken songs. And even though I feel I've seen everything, I still haven't found a place to belong. No, I still haven't found a place to belong. No, I still haven't found a place to belong. To belong. Thanks. All right. Well, there's a couple things I like to say about that song now that I'm a little bit older, and I've grown a little bit since then. I wrote that song when I was 23 years old, and I'm a little bit older now. And there's a line in that song that says, "I feel I've seen everything." And that is such a 23-year-old thing to say, you know, and I say that with like a lot of love for my 23-year-old self, but like still, you know, I wish I could go back in time and tell him like, there's a little more to discover. It turns out you're gonna have a little more to learn, and goodness knows I still do, but since then I've, you know, discovered quite a lot. But the other thing that's wonderful about that song is that, you know, I'm writing this song, and it's one of the first I've ever written. And it's a prayer of sorts that, you know, I haven't yet found a place to belong, but I believe, you know, I haven't yet woke up at home, but I believe there's a place where my heart can breathe. And I haven't yet heard God speak, but I believe there's a hand that's holding me. And there's a searching, and there's like a question and a prayer in the song that one day I'll find a place to fit in. So I'm writing this song about that, and now I'm a person that fits in by writing songs. And I love it how sometimes the answer to the question is hidden in the question itself. And if you just speak the question loud enough and long enough, the answer comes to you. Not with everything, but it certainly did with me. Because I've been writing songs now for 15 years, and I've been full-time for 13. And I get to travel around the country and play 90 concerts a year. And I found a family of people through music that I never would have found otherwise. And literally these songs created that space for me to feel like I fit in. And I feel so lucky that was the way it was. But it didn't happen overnight, and certainly I had to leave the place where I didn't belong first, and that was difficult. I had grown up my whole life in this independent fundamental Baptist world, and when I came out as gay at 23 years old, pretty much all of my friends and family just cut off their relationship from me. And so I had to figure out how to start over again, and even if I even wanted to start over again. When you get burned by love that heavily, then sometimes some people just never get out of their shell again. But I was so lucky to find someone that really loved me just for who I was right after coming out. And they kind of brought out of me, they brought me back into the world of the living. And so this song is kind of dedicated to them, and also just to those those little calls that you get on the other side of a painful experience to love again and to open up into the world again. Because at the end of the day, my favorite theological idea is the idea that God is love, and that love is this thing we need the most to give away and to receive. And so at the end of the day, even though it's hard, even though it can hurt, I think we all need some love to chase away our dark. Four walls I built of tin and blocked out the city stars and freedom. And I can't let my feelings in, 'cause I would not know where to lead them. Plus that would mean I need them, and that would be too hard. I need some love to chase away my dark. La da 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 da. I need some love to chase away my dark. La da 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 da. I broke my heart before, so I know it hurts, no need to show me. And it's been years since I left the shore, and I hear the sirens getting lonely. But I don't want them to know I've got too many scars. Oh, how I need some love to chase away my dark. La da 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 da. I need some love to chase away my dark. La da 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 da. La da da da. So far this sinking ship, it feels like it's past the point of leaving. And I am too scared to take the trip to out where the loved and lost are meeting. But the heart is prone to beating, and souls aren't meant to starve, no. So I need some love to chase away my dark. La da da da. I'm gonna find some love to chase away my dark. La da 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 da. Oh, I'm gonna give some love to chase away my dark. Thank you. All right, can y'all hear okay? Good, all right. That's thanks to Paul and Kristen up there. Thank y'all for making me sound so good. Can I play y'all a song that I wrote in Massachusetts? Cool, okay. So this one has kind of a funny story behind it, but I like I said, I love playing, and I've really found a home in these wonderful churches all over the country, and something that's true about playing at churches is often you'll have people that come to the concert that have been going to the church for a long time. And sometimes people that have been going to the church for a long time are used to giving feedback to whoever's up here. And so I'll get some interesting comments sometimes at the end of a concert. And I was in Lynn, Massachusetts, and I was playing a concert, and I finished the concert, and this sweet older lady came up to me, and to her credit, she bought some of my merch before she gave me her constructive criticism, right? And that's nice. But after she got some CDs, she came up to me, and she said, "Oh, that was nice. I thought that was a nice concert. I really enjoyed it. But I think you need to write more God songs. Can you write more God songs?" And that's literally how she said it. And so, I kind of write about everything. And I feel like if it's good, I feel like every good gift comes from above. And if you're writing something true, it's from the source. That's what I feel. And so I write about everything. But I don't usually write songs that are laser focused on my faith. I just don't have too many of those. But she gave me that feedback, and the tour was going well. But it had been kind of a roller coaster a couple weeks before that concert, and she gave me that feedback personally. So I went home that night and I said, okay, I'm going to write a song about how I feel about God right now. And so this song came out, and this song is called Most Days, and it's just about kind of the up and down roller coaster of, I think, any honest faith. I think if you have a faith that's trying to be true and you're honest about it, then some days everything's going great and you feel the synchronicity all around and you feel God's love and you remember, like you wake up to it, right? And that's all great when that happens. But for me anyway, a lot of days, maybe even most days, I'm hanging on for dear life. And so this song is about the dance between those two things. And because even if you're hanging on for dear life, you're still hanging on. And that's a beautiful thing. And so this one is called Most Days, and we'll give it a shot. Here we go. So this is my Massachusetts song. Here we go. Sometimes I feel like you're a meddlesome mother, and I'm pushing up against your will. Sometimes I feel like you're a prodigal father, like you're gone, and I'm here, wondering if you love me still. And I'm trying to find the faith, but I'd much prefer the proof, and I'm standing in the space between the two. So I'll hold on to you, and I can't find the way, so I hold on to you most days. Most days I hold on to you, and I don't know what to say, so I hold on to you most days. Sometimes I feel like you're a wide open clearing, and you're gonna catch me no matter if or when I fall. But sometimes I feel like you are so hard of hearing that I speak your name for days and wind up wondering if you're there at all. I'm trying to find the faith, but I'd much prefer the proof, and you're asking me to choose between the two. So I'll hold on to you, and I can't find the way, so I hold on to you most days. Oh God, I hold on to you, and I don't know what to say, so I hold on to you most days. When I've drunk up all my wine, but I've still got all this time. When my whole body feels fine, but something's bleeding. When I've tried to do my part, but I'm left with all these scars. When the life I love feels far from the life I'm leading, that's when I hold on to you. Hold on to you. I hold on to you most days. And I'm trying to find the faith, but I'd much prefer the proof. And I can't have it both ways, and you're asking me to choose. Well, I'm trying to find the faith, but I'd much prefer the proof. Still I hold on to you, yes I hold on to you. I hold on to you most days. Oh, oh, oh. Thank you. All right, so there's my Massachusetts song for y'all. When I was 5 years old, I couldn't grow a garden. I watered way too hard. I wasn't good at reading the signs. And as the days would pass, I would watch the plants grow. String beans and tomatoes, I'd pick them both as soon as they appeared on the vine. It took a while to learn that most good things take time. Most good things take time. When I was 17, I was always in a hurry, still always late. Head filled with worry, so much on my plate, but never stopping to taste. And I convinced myself that taking any break was a waste. It took a while to learn it. A lot of bridges burning, a lot of hourglasses turned before their prime. Before I finally found out that taking time is a good thing, and most good things take time. Most good things. When I was 23, I started writing music. Had to heal some wounds, next thing I knew, the song was my life. And now I'm 38, 15 years later, and I watch some friends take the elevator while I climb these stairs late into the night. And I wish them well. I really hope they make it, but from what I've seen, most elevators break. And meanwhile, my legs are getting strong from this climb. Oh, it took a while to learn it. A lot of bridges burned, a lot of hourglasses turned before their prime. Before I finally found out that taking time is a good thing, and most good things take time. Most good things. When I was 5 years old, I couldn't grow a garden, but now I just might try. Thank you. Man, it's hard waiting for things sometimes, right? You know? When I was younger, one of the biggest things I was impatient about was achieving my dream. You know, when we were growing up in the Baptist church, we had our dream. The version of that was, God's will for your life. And in our world, there was like one will. God had one will for your life. And it was almost like a train that you had to make sure and catch that was moving fast. And you had to make sure not to miss your train. Because then if you did, you missed God's will for your life forever. And now I think of dream and achieving a dream and, finding God's will is a lot less about some great epic moment where you have just one choice and better not miss it. And it's a lot more about the everyday, waking up to your actual life, what's happening in front of you, remembering to be here. And if you stay present and stay loving, one day it's like your dream will wake up right next to you. and be there and say, I was just waiting for you to be ready. Anyway, here's a song called When Your Dream Wakes Up. I have seen it for myself. When a dream wakes up and finds its lover come home, I have been there on that hallowed ground, heard those sacred sounds. So don't leave your dream alone. Don't leave your dream alone. Doubt the dark pretender, faith the fierce defender, I feel them fighting over me. So I build the ordinary round me like a sanctuary. I've heard that all good dreams have teeth, and it's okay if you're scared. We're all afraid we're not enough, but just make sure that you're there when your dream wakes up. Summer savors for a later time, when their world unwinds and all their worries fade, but nothing's certain, and final curtain call is different for us all. So don't hide your dreams away, doubt the dark pretender, faith a fierce defender, I feel them fighting over me. So I build the ordinary round me like a sanctuary. I've heard that all good dreams have teeth, and it's okay to be scared. Most of us think we're not enough, but just make sure that you're there when your dream wakes up. Oh, pain the cold commander, love the only answer. I feel them fighting over me. So I build the ordinary round me like a sanctuary. I've heard that all good dreams have teeth, and it's okay when I'm scared. Some days I think I'm not enough, but I'll make sure that I'm there when my dream wakes up. So make sure that you're there when your dream wakes up. Yes, make sure that you're there when your dream wakes up. All right, tiny guitar time. Here we go. I said something about a tiny guitar at a concert a while back, and I finished the concert, and I was picking up in front afterwards, and I looked up, and down the center aisle came like a little girl, like 6 years old, and she had her hands on her hips like this. And I said, "Hi, how you doing?" And she didn't want any small talk. She was just like, "I'll have you know, that is not a tiny guitar. That is a ukulele." And I said, you're right. And she was very happy to be right about something. And I think for me to be wrong about something, she was happy about that too. And that'll make her a great partner someday, I'm sure. So. But anyway, so yeah, this is a ukulele. And I want to sing y'all a song that I wrote. This is a song for all mothers everywhere, and I've always had a complicated relationship with my mom ever since coming out, and I know I love her dearly, and I know she loves me deep down, but she had this hope for me that I was going to be like, a Baptist pastor, a Baptist minister, a Baptist music director, a Baptist missionary, a Baptist something. And when I came out as gay, that kind of, the dream that she had for that kind of vanished. And I know that she loves me, like I said, at the bottom of it, but I think we all know that like sometimes the expectation expectations of parents can feel different than that. And but Mother's Day was coming up, and we've made great leaps and bounds since I've come out. We've come to a really close relationship, and so I put all that past stuff and that complicated feelings aside, and I just sat down and I said, you know what? My mom chose me 2 days after I was born, because I'm adopted. And then she took care of me for 18 years of my life. And if you're lucky enough to have had a mom like that in your life, or any sort of mothering, nurturing presence, really for any period of time, you are lucky indeed, because that's a love that's unique, unlike anything else. And so this song is for all the moms that we can take for granted that are doing their best. And it's called The Whole Love. How many times did she put me to bed, only to be awakened and hold me all night instead? How many transfers from booster seat to stroller? How many times my form was lifted by her shoulders? Even if I add up every motion of care till I was 2 feet tall, I could never measure the whole love of a mother at all. How many stopped escapes from gates or locks or latches? How many warnings ignored not to play with those matches? And how many apologies to every babysitter? How hard I made it when she had to take me with her. Oh no, even if I add up every single worried prayer and every band-aid for each fall, no, I could never measure the whole love of a mother at all. No, 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 no. How many children missing mothers on this planet? How many moments have I taken mine for granted? For every worried prayer and every motion of care, till I was grown and tall. No, I will never measure the whole love of a mother at all. The whole love. Okay, how's everyone doing so far? Good? Things good? Life good? All right, great. 36 more songs to go. Here we go. No, I'm just teasing. I got a few more for you, though. This next song is the first song that I wrote that started making its way around the country without me having to play it live in front of people. People heard this song and started sending it to their friends and family, and it just kind of struck a chord. This is a song about hope, and it's a song about a little boy, and it kind of tells its own story. But I guess what I'll say is that every childhood is not idyllic, and yet we're still here, aren't we? And it's amazing how resilient children can be. And I feel like one of the things I feel like is just amazing, and I guess divine is a word you could use, is that spark of resilience and hope that's inside kids, where they can be going through the most difficult thing, but something in them says, okay, but you can keep going because there's something else around the corner. And sometimes that shows up in the stranger. If you're lucky, sometimes it shows up in your parents as a kid. And sometimes all you have is your dreams. But sometimes that's enough. So this song is called Fly. This is my room and it's robin's egg blue and it's got a few cracks in the ceiling. This is my street where the Minutemen meet and Dad says that I'll never be leaving. I'm 10 years old but I know how to smoke and the drinks help to cure the bad feelings. This is my home and the sticks and the stones are made up of the darkest of things. But in my dreams I can fly and I soar and my feet touch the sky and it seems I can go anywhere if I try and the world's not so dark when the clouds make it white. If there's no hope, tell me why. In my dreams I can fly. In my dreams I can fly. Here come the tears and I cover my ears and I swear I can hear my own heart beat. When they stop fighting to turn out the lights, I pretend that I'm already sleeping. After the violence, alone in the silence, just me and the secret I'm keeping. My dad tells me I'm not worth anything, and I've almost admitted defeat. But in my dreams, I can fly and I soar, and my feet touch the sky, and it seems I can go anywhere if I try, and the world's not so dark when the clouds make it white. If there's no hope, tell me why. In my dreams I can fly. In my dreams I can fly. This is my room and it's robin's egg blue and it's got a few cracks in the ceiling. This is my home and the sticks and the stones are made up of the darkest of things. After the violence, alone in the silence, just me and this secret I'm keeping. My dad tells me I'm not worth anything, and I've almost admitted it, but in my dreams I can fly and I soar, and my feet touch the sky, and it seems I can go if I try, and the world's not so dark when the clouds make it white. If there's no hope, tell me why. In my dreams I can fly, and my feet touch the sky, and it seems I can go anywhere if I try, and the world's not so dark when the clouds make it white. If there's no hope, tell me why. In my dreams I can fly. If there's no hope, tell me why. In my dreams I can fly. If there's no hope, tell me why. In my dreams I can fly. Okay, we're going to balance this out with a fun song now. This song is called Nice Clothes, and it's a wedding song. And I'm really excited to sing this at this season in my life because just 4 days ago was my very first one-year wedding anniversary. My husband is at home. He's dog-sitting 3 wonderful dogs, and that's why he's there and not here. But I should tell a quick story about this song, and that is that I didn't write this song for the person I got married to. I wrote this for someone else, and the person I wrote this for was my first partner. We were together for many years, and I was ready to get married. And we were just waiting on one other party. And so I kept dropping these hints and they kept not working. And so I said, okay, well, maybe if I wrote a whole wedding song and he was in the front row of every concert, he'd like get the hint. I mean, get the show on the road. And long story short, with that person, it didn't work, but I did end up getting a husband, so all's well that ends well. But before I got married, I told this story in Madison, Wisconsin, and sang this song. And there was a sweet older Southern gentleman that was sitting in the front row listening to the whole show and, that story and this song. And at the very end of the concert, he comes up to my CD table and he gets really close and he says, "If that man don't marry you, I will marry you." And so I have a volunteer in Madison, Wisconsin if this doesn't work out, So, and I got a good wedding song out of the deal. So anyway, this one's called Nice Clothes. Of all the people that you could have won, despite the craziest things that I've done, billions of hearts beating under the sun, you chose mine. So through every problem, well, take me along. Set with my sons and break with my dawns. We could go on the run, or you could just sit on this lawn by my side. Oh, so let me be crystal, let me be clear. I want you with me for all of my years. So put on your nice clothes, and we're gonna walk down the aisle. And we're gonna walk down the aisle. It's a very subtle wedding song, but if you can read between the lines, you can kind of get where I'm trying to go with the whole thing. So, who could have thought there'd be stars in my night? Who could have thought love wasn't heavy but light? Who would have thought worlds turned from wrong into right with a smile? Oh, so long to sorrow and farewell to fear. With you, my darling, my doubts disappear. So put on your nice clothes, and we're gonna walk down the aisle. Down the aisle. Yeah. Ooh. Love doesn't need you, no. It won't override you. Love doesn't lead you, it lies down beside you. And once I was ready, then love couldn't hide you for long. Now my heart, it's a song, it's for you, baby. So every December, well, I want you here, holding my hand till the cold disappears. So put on your nice clothes and we're gonna walk. Let all your friends know. We're gonna walk down the aisle. Put on your nice clothes. We're gonna walk down the aisle. We're gonna walk down the aisle. We're gonna walk down the aisle. Thank you very much. All right. I'm feeling like we're on a good track. I'm feeling like maybe like 3 or 4 more songs. Does that sound good with everybody? That'll be good? Okay, good. You won't ask for a refund or anything? Okay. Good. Okay. This next song is called The Thing About a Heart, and this one means a lot to me. I had a pretty deep mental health crisis at the very end of the pandemic. And because of that, I ended up living with my parents for a little while. And so if you can imagine a 37-year-old, gay man staying with their conservative Baptist fundamental parents, it went as you would expect. But no, it actually went pretty good. The reason for that, though, is because when I came out at 23, I decided early on that I wasn't gonna be on the passive side of love when it came to my parents. I wasn't gonna wait for them to love me the way I wanted to. I was just gonna love them the way that I wanted to be loved, and just try to love and accept them. And it's amazing how far we've come because of that in our relationship. But nonetheless, it was tricky living with them. And there's nothing harder than living next to people that you love very much, that you just wish would change their mind about some things. And my parents are on the complete other side of the aisle, politically, ideologically, and as you can imagine, as the election gets closer, it gets, our conversations get shorter. But I love them. And this song has a little thing about how hearts work that I really believe in, and it's helped me think about dealing with living with people that I disagree with. It's helped me just deal with it a lot kinder and gentler than I would otherwise. So maybe it'll ring true for you, I don't know. But this song is called The Thing About a Heart. I was at a protest in Seattle one day, and all of the kids there had so much to say. I think there's certainly a time and a place to let out all your anger and pain. But then I turned on the news after work, and all the people there were still speaking hurt, fighting over who did and didn't deserve the things we humans go through each day. And I don't think that anyone's mind has been changed using shame or hatred or pride. Because the thing about a heart is it opens from the inside. Yes, the thing about a heart is it opens from the inside. From the inside. Now both my parents vote much differently than I do, and I'm sure there's hundreds of things we could fight through, but we're getting older now, so mostly what I do is join them for walks in the park. We move our bodies through the bushes and trees and stop to point out a bird we haven't seen. And sometimes I think that might be all that we need, that love doesn't have to be hard. But either way, I know if I yelled at them both, we'd just go in our corners and hide. Because the thing about a heart is it opens from the inside. Oh yes, the thing about a heart is it opens from the inside. From the inside. I flipped the channels on my noisy TV, trying to find myself some sense of relief from all the people who were shouting on screen, fighting so their viewers would stay. Then I stumbled on a quiet scene at a lake. At first I thought I'd hit the mute by mistake. There wasn't anyone to bill or to blame, just the sense the earth was doing okay. So I imagined all the newscasters there, water in their eyes, wind in their hair, no way to fight about what's fair, unfair, and nothing to get in the way. And then in my dream, all at once, they each realized that the thing about a heart is it opens from the inside. Because the thing about a heart is it opens from the inside. Oh, the thing about a heart is it opens from the inside. From the inside. Thank you. Okay, a couple more songs for y'all, but first, I'm really excited about this part in the concert because just last year I published my very first poetry book, and folks have been asking for a book of my lyrics for a while, and I'd have people come up to me, like I said, I've been doing this for a little while, and they'd ask me, they'd say, we don't really buy CDs anymore, but if you had a book with your lyrics, we'd buy that. And so I started putting that together, and then I fell in love with poetry, just the craft of poetry and the surprise of a good line of poetry, and how quickly we can open up our doors to poetry if it's done well. And so I fell in love with that and just put this together. So this poetry book is called Your True Name, 112 Poems, Songs, and Stories to Find Your Way to You. And that name means a lot to me because I feel like good art calls to the truest parts of us. It like reaches inside us and gets past all of our defenses and walls and actually speaks to like that true thing inside us that I like to call your true name. And I hope that's what my art can help some people do. So anyway, for this part of the concert, I thought I'd read you all a couple poems. That sound okay with everybody? Okay, and if you don't like poetry, they're really short poems, so don't worry, we'll get through it together. But I hope you like it. So here we go. Here's a couple poems. All right, the first one is called All the Love. When life starts to lose its color in the blurring and the busy, may you find in loving others all the love that you've been missing. There's a sister and a brother who are lost, barely existing, and they need you to recover all the love that you've been missing. All right, this next one is called, well, let's get through these 4 poems, and if you like them at the end, you can clap or not. We'll see how it goes. But here we go. This next one is called Shark. All right, here we go. Shark. As scary movies go, Jaws was my first. Shown to me unguarded, 6 years old at my aunt's house. Opaque water, rippling danger, sharp surprise, and an idea planted deep inside me. The less you can see, the more it can hurt. So began my toxic relationship with mystery. There we go. I know that's a spicy one, huh? Okay. All right, this next one is called Alarm Clock. Here we go. Alarm clock. I wonder what an alarm clock made of kindness sounds like. Some questions don't need answers, only more listening. And then we'll do one more here, and that'll be done with the poetry section of this event. So here we go. Outer space, unknown and unproven, yet so many trace their future there. Astrology, horoscopes, divination. So much easier looking far away for answers than to put the telescope down, breathe in up-close air, take in reachable space, observe countable time, and say, I'll start here. All right, so there you go. There's some poems for y'all. Thank you very much. All right, let's see. All right, 2 more songs left. Here we go. A resurrection sounds good to me, but these grave clothes are comfy. I've got room in this nice quiet tomb and a good roof above me. I hear a voice speaking my name, calling me to a brighter day. And my doubt whispers we could stay the same for free. But that's not who I want to be. So let me roll like a river, arms wide as the sea, willing to go where the wilder waves take me. Strong as a hurricane, but light as the breeze, willing to rise when the wilder wind wakes me. And I used to wait for faith to move my mountains, but now I I can see the one who moves is me. I'm the one that needs the moving. A new creation sounds good to me, but this old cocoon is comfy. I've got space and this familiar place doesn't ask too much of me. But I hear a voice speaking my name, calling me to a better way. And my fear whispers we could stay the same for free. But that's not who I want to be. No, I want to roll like a river, arms wide as the sea, willing to go where the holy water takes me. Strong as a hurricane, but light as the breeze, willing to rise when the wilder wind wakes me. And I used to wait for faith to move my mountains, but now I can see the one who moves is me. Oh, I'm the one that needs the moving. The moving. I want to roll like a river, arms wide as the sea, willing to go where the holy current takes me. Strong as a hurricane, but light as the breeze, willing to rise when the wilder wind wakes me. And I used to wait for faith to move my mountains, but now I can see, well, the one that moves is me. I'm the one that needs the moving. A resurrection sounds good to me, but these grave clothes are comfy. Okay, one last song, a grand finale with the tiny guitar. Here we go. Thank you all so much for coming out this afternoon. Was this fun? Did you all have a good time? Was this good? Okay, good. Well, I'm honored to be able to play here. If you had a good time, please let Chris know, let your friends know in Foxborough. I'd love to come back. I got plenty more songs and stories for you, and I'd love to get to return some time and play you some more music. If you enjoyed this music and this art and you want to support me and what I'm doing in the world, the best way to do that is to get some CDs. And I've got 6 CDs out there on my table, and they all have 10 to 12 original songs each. And the songs I sang this afternoon, I spread across all 6 CDs, so you wouldn't know which one to get, and you'd just be like, "Give me the whole package." That's what I love to hear. But there's those CDs, and I also have the poetry book as well. So the book has all my song lyrics in it, and some poems and things like that, and some stories. And people have been really seeming to enjoy that book. So get that if you get nothing else. But also I wanted to mention that if you don't have CDs, I know there's people that just don't have a CD player in their house anymore, and their car doesn't have a CD player anymore, and their laptop doesn't. I actually have a digital package, so for less than the price of the CDs, I can actually send you all the music that I have, my entire collection, and you can put it on your computer, on your phone, and that's a way that you can support the art, but you can get it digitally instead of on a CD. So that's an option. Those are the options to support me. But I didn't want to end about supporting me. What I wanted to end with, what I'll say in closing, is that this concert, for me as an artist, was to support you. And I want to remind you that I hope you feel supported from this concert. I hope there's something you can take away that's of some nutritional value from these lyrics and these songs. Whether it's keeping your fox eyes focused on the beauty underneath, or whether it's remembering that a thing about a heart is it opens from the inside. I hope that there's something you can take away that's good, and that would make my day more than anything. And on that note, I'll finish with this song. This song is called "Edge of the World," and it's about courage. And as I get older, I really believe the distance between like a day that just blurs by for me and one that's memorable. If it's memorable in a good way, it's probably because I've been courageous in some way during the day. And I really feel like life is full of not these big penultimate moments where you have, like I said about dreams, one big choice, one courageous choice, and it's happily ever after, or it's, terrible ever after. I think life instead is about these little choices we make every day to do something that might be uncomfortable but is good. And life is constantly, our survival mechanisms are creating these little nests and comfort zones, and life is always calling us outside of that to do something that might be uncomfortable but is a good thing for us. And so this song is called Edge of the World, and it's for the edges of all of our worlds and the God or the love or the life that's calling us to jump off that edge into something good. So here we go. I'll finish with this, and then I'll be back there by the CDs if you want to say hello and support my work. Here we go. At the edge of the world, when it seems like you might fall, well, that's when you face the choice to go back to the middle of it all, or be brave and jump off. So jump off. The million-acre land of things we cannot see. So hard to make a plan when even the mirror's a mystery. So we make decisions on demand and then make revisions every scene. The future's in your hands, they say, you get to choose your destiny. As if it's easy, writing a story without knowing the ending. Oh, at the edge of the world, when it seems like you might fall, well, that's when you face the choice to go back to the easy of it all, or be brave and jump off. And there's an edge to every world, and it can make you feel so scared. But that's when you face the choice to go back to where no one really cares, or be brave and jump off. And we're not afraid to die, my dear. No, I don't think that's why we're torn. Let's look the mirror in its eyes, my dear, and we'll find out we're scared of being born. We're really scared of being born. But at the edge of the world, when it seems like you might fall, well, that's when you face the choice to go back to the middle of it all, or be brave and jump off. So jump off. That's the show, y'all. Thank you so much for coming out. Oh, thank you. Have a great rest of your afternoon. And yeah, I'll see you back there if you want to say hi. Thank you.
Thank you all for being here. Thanks to Kirsten and Paul for helping out with the recording of this and the audio and visuals of this, but thanks mostly to you. For giving us a great afternoon, for your stories, for your poetry, for your testimony, and for your ministry. So you are always welcome here, and we hope to have you back. So like Bobby Joe said, go check out the merch, and if something struck you, it's got to be out there, so you can take it home with you. Thanks everybody for coming. We hope to see you at another concert.
If I try and the world's not so dark, when the clouds make it white, if there's no hope, tell me why. In my dreams I can fly, and my feet touch the sky, and it seems I can go anywhere if I try, and the world's not so dark. When the clouds make it white, if there's no hope, tell me why. In my dreams I can fly. If there's no hope, tell me why. In my dreams I can fly. If there's no hope, tell me why. In my dreams I can fly.